The secret behind a great Eggs Benedict is in the hollandaise. So, get your pan on, because I'm going to cook our hollandaise over a rolling boil with a glass bowl. Butter, just put it on to melt. 3 egg yolks, separated from the white. Tarragon vinegar, pop that into the eggs. If you can't get tarragon vinegar, any white wine vinegar will do. Just as long as you've got that acidity in there, give some bite to the hollandaise. Put your bowl over the rolling water and just start whisking. If the eggs had direct contact with the gas, hollandaise will become scrambled egg. Once you've got that nice creamy texture, a nice thick sabayon, start adding your butter. Nice and slowly. A couple of tablespoons of butter in and give that a really nice mix. If you don't whisk it enough, the egg yolks don't take the butter. It causes it to split. More butter.
Using a big balloon whisk like this one makes it easier to incorporate air and helps prevent your mixture from separating.
All the butter in. And the best way to keep hollandaise nice and warm is just leave it to sit over that nice warm water bath. And it just keeps it at a really nice room temperature. A nice pinch of salt, fresh pepper, and then fresh lemon juice. That just really makes it vibrant, exciting. Now you want it like a sort of thick custard. I just want it to coat the back of the spoon so it's like you're giving a nice glossy texture to your beautiful poached egg. Now, as the base for the Eggs Benedict, you cannot beat them. English muffins, but the ham, I'm going to change. I'm going to use the most amazing Parma ham. Get your pan nice and hot into the pan. It's like posh rashers of bacon. Beautiful. Parma ham fried nice and crisp like that is incredible. Beautiful in salads, fantastic for Eggs Benedict. Now keep that pan nice and hot. I want all that flavour from the Parma ham left in there. And rather than toast my muffins, I want to put the muffins into the pan. I want them sucking up all that wonderful flavour from that crispy Parma ham.
Make sure your muffins are toasted nicely. This will prevent them going soggy later.
Look at that, nice and crisp. Now, water on to boil for the eggs. Nicely seasoned, really important. And then just a little splash of vinegar in the water. That helps to set the egg white the minute you crack it in.
While the water heats up in the pan, there's time to get organised.
Lay a nice slice of ham on the base. Now, water's brought up to the boil. Turn it down and then spin your water around, like a little whirlpool. Then get a little cup. So you just drop the cup in and look what happens to the egg. Gets caught up in the turbulence of the water. The secret is not to boil the water rapidly because the strength of the boil can literally explode your egg. As they start to move their way up to the top of the water, that's an indication that they're cooked. Take off any excess little bits of egg white and then out onto a piece of tissue paper. That just drains off excess water. That stops your muffin from going really soggy. But look, they're like little beautiful mozzarella balls. Give them a little season. Lift them onto your crispy Parma ham. Beautiful. Now, get a nice spoon of your hollandaise. Glaze over. Try and do it in one, glazing over the whole egg. When I tell Jack, Holly and Megan and Matilda that we're cooking Eggs Benedict for breakfast, they bolt down the stairs. And let's be honest, who wouldn't run to sit in front of those?
A special occasion breakfast that would make anyone feel spoilt. Eggs Benedict with crispy Parma ham.
Beauties.
Small.
Aren't they small?
Yeah, it's tiny.
So it's almost like a sort of nice entrance into eating something slightly gamey. OK, if you give them a nice season for me, salt and pepper, and all spatchcock means is that the rib cage has been taken out and they're fattened down. And because the bird is so delicate, it's flattened to cook evenly, and it really is a nice, sort of light, gamey, dense chicken flavour. So we're going to toast the spices. When you think of Middle Eastern food, it's packed with amazing flavours. A tablespoon of coriander, a teaspoon of cumin, and a nice little seasoning of salt. So we toast them now, intensifying the flavour. When they start smoking lightly, that's a nice indication that they're ready. Okay, if you grind away. So the best thing there, look, I'll stand a little close to Daddy. Thank you. Oh, look, your tummy's out. I thought it was the quail, it was your tummy. This hand here keeps it nice and firm, and you grind that into a nice powder for Daddy, please.
Smells so good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So to get that in, really go around the outside, and that grinds it up.
Fast.
I've gone around a pestle and mortar more times than you kissed boys. Squeeze the garlic in. Next, a little glug of olive oil. Okay, and I want you to pour 6 tablespoons, please. So that is pomegranate molasses. So it's like an aged balsamic vinegar, but really reduced down. Give that a nice mix up.
Is it going to be very sweet, Dad?
A little taste. It's sweet, but sour.
Yeah, it is. It's
Now.
so good, though.
No. Take a nice spoon, put it inside the quail. You can even do this the night before. Good. If you pop them in the fridge.
Let the quail marinate anywhere from half an hour to overnight. For my ultimate Middle Eastern dessert, it's got to be baklava. Start by melting butter in a pan. Chop pistachios in a blender. Then combine with caster sugar and lemon zest. Brush the melted butter around a small baking tray. Place half a sheet of filo pastry on the base. Brush well with melted butter. And sprinkle with the pistachio mix. Repeat and press down between layers. You're looking to create 30 to 35 layers. Then cut the baklava into bite-sized rectangles and bake in a preheated oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Meanwhile, make your delicious citrusy syrup. Simply add water to a pan along with caster sugar and the zest and juice of a lemon. Simmer for 7 to 10 minutes, making sure the sugar has fully dissolved. Now, to give the baklava wonderful sweetness, remove from the oven and whilst hot, pour over the syrup so each layer is gloriously sticky. Leave the baklava to absorb the syrup for at least 12 hours. These delicious sticky treats will keep for a week, but they're so Moorish they'll be gone in a flash. The quails have marinated, now they're ready to cook.
Nice hot pan. Pick up your quail and skin side down first, okay? Get all that nice colour. And always open them up as well in the pan. Okay, we'll get that skin
Crispy.
crispy, that's right. Smell that pomegranate?
I can really smell it. It smells so good.
You get all that marinating there. You know, cook with it as well. Don't waste it.
How long, on average, does it take to cook, did you say?
Literally, about 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. And a little touch of water in. Bring that up to the boil. Into the oven, 180, so 12 to 15 minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
The final job before serving, a herby butterbean salad to go with my quail in pomegranate molasses.
Now, one of the things that I love about Middle Eastern salads is the sort of crunch and the colour as well. Butter beans, it's going to be the base of our salad. From there, little radishes and sort of top and tail them. Get them like that and throw them in. There's nothing small and dainty in there, OK?
Yeah.
So, with the spring onions, nice. We're going to use the greens and the whites. I want you to slice along that way this time to get those nice light shards, OK?
Yeah.
Now, the croutons are made out of these little pita breads. Just slice lengthways.
In with the salad?
Oh, yes. So this salad's all about texture. So cucumber, OK? and take out the seeds.
How comes you're taking the seeds out?
It just makes the salad very watery.
Like a shower.
Okay. Cucumber juice. Delicious. I guess you go, yeah, you got me going. You really got me going. No. Oh, yeah.
I've got revision to be doing.
Don't worry, this is far more important, trust me. Who needs exams when you can cook for a living?
After the lecture you gave me with my exam.
It's fine. Be a chef for a living. Have a proper job. Don't tuck your thumbs out like that. You'll be thumbless. Let's go. Now, good cucumber in. From there, take your nice, vibrant tomatoes, slice down.
It almost looks like a Greek salad as
Does
well,
it?
with all the colours.
It resembles that, that's right. And with the celery,
Like before.
yeah, lengthways. So we need some mint and parsley. I want you sprinkling it in there. It'll really mix it through. The herbs give it that nice kind of freshness. But I want a bit of a bite in there now.
I love pomegranate.
So, just carefully open that up. Okay, and then just drop them on top. So we've got a bit of fruitiness now into the salad.
For crunch, simply cut up whole pita breads, fry in a really hot pan with olive oil until wonderfully golden, crispy, and irresistible.
Out into a sieve. Okay.
Next, a sprinkle of sumac,
That's a dried fruit from the Middle East.
the zest of a lemon, and the juice, then a drizzle of olive oil, and last but not least, my crunchy pita croutons.
Sprinkle the croutons on.
Wow, they've gotten hard.
And then just lift that up and mix in with your hands there. Nice and gentle, just with your fingertips. There you go, so you just mix, there you go.
It doesn't crush anything.
And doesn't crush anything. But then let's just take a little bean.
Wow.
Isn't that delicious? Nice. Now, quail. It's got that really sort of toasted, almost like a sort of light
It smells so good.
barbecue flavour.
Can't wait to try it.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And then just finally,
Bit of lemon zest.
it just lightens everything up a little bit. And it goes so well with the pomegranate. Now just,
Wow.
that'll smell better than any boyfriend you'll ever have. Oh, God.
I beg to differ.
OK, good. Let's go. How delicious is that?
That's so delicious.
My Middle Eastern feast of quail with a pomegranate molasses and butterbean salad with baklava to follow. When dishes are this aromatic and colourful, there's no wonder that Middle Eastern food is always a hit.
Now, I know you love chocolate, right?
Yes.
We'll break this up so it melts nice and evenly. Right, that goes over a bain-marie. You can't put the chocolate in direct contact with the gas.
Yeah.
OK, otherwise it will split. Crack 4 eggs in there for me, please, one.
Of course.
Hold one like that on the side, and then your fingers in and pull out.
OK.
Good. Nice. Now you're cracking eggs with one hand. Hey. Nice one. I need some mussels, OK? Start whisking, and I'll fold in a bit of sugar. Come on. Let's do 30 seconds each. Ready?
OK.
Come on, Jack. Give it some 13-year-old welly. Come on, some mussels. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, here we go. Your turn with sugar. Let's go. You see, the secret to whisking vigorously is changing hands every 10 seconds.
Yep.
Now I'm going to stir the chocolate.
I'll stir that for you.
No, watch me.
just showing off. No, just showing off.
Now, the secret behind this is getting it really nice and thick, and that's like a sabayon, OK? Your turn. Come on, change.
Again?
Yeah, of course. I'll stir the chocolate. Leave that to slightly cool down a touch. From there, cream in.
Why putting the cream in separately?
Because I'm going to get it nice and thick first. If you start whisking that, I'm going to get in the vanilla.
To maximise the flavour from a vanilla bean, cut the pod in half lengthways and scrape out those wonderfully aromatic seeds. For extra flavour, put the pod in as well, but remember to take it out once it's infused.
So we've got 3 components. The melted chocolate,
Yes.
sugar,
Yes.
and the eggs whipped up, and the cream with the vanilla.
Next, mix in your melted chocolate with the sugar and egg sabayon.
So you've got a nice, rich chocolate ganache. Smell how delicious that is. I'm now putting the cream, and so you just whisk that in. Now look at that. How gorgeous is that looking? And that, my son, is a chocolate semifreddo. Now, little taste.
Pistachio.
Pistachio, that's right. Sprinkle them in. Now, get your baking tray. You line that with cling film so it's easy to pull out once it sets. And then you just pour that in. That is a real treat. So you fold that over, okay?
Is this like ice cream in any way?
Yeah, as it sets, you slice it, it's like this nice chocolate ice block, delicious.
Then put your semifreddo into the freezer for around 3 hours to set.
Right, Jack, get that pan nice and hot. Recognise that?
Fillet of beef.
This is a Rolls-Royce cut of beef. So we've got to treat it with some respect, okay?
Yeah.
Mop up all that seasoning
Yeah.
into the pan and get that really nice and hot. Hello, Tills.
Guys.
I came to check up on you.
Say that.
Kiss. Kiss. And... What's that, Holes?
Very nice.
Time.
What's the name?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. A little bit of garlic and thyme in there.
Cooking with these aromatic herbs and garlic will add flavour to the beef.
Because it's a fillet of beef, there's hardly any fat on there, so you sear it quickly. Ends as well get seared. I'm going to now put some butter in there. Continue frying all those herbs. Now, baste that with the butter. See?
Dad, are we just having this, or are we going to have something with it?
Now we're going to serve some beautiful baked potatoes with truffle and a salsa verde. Into the oven, 8 to 10 minutes, that's all.
Next, my super special baked new potatoes. Wash and drain small new potatoes and tip into a baking tray. Drizzle with olive oil, then season with a touch of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Place into an oven preheated at 180 degrees Celsius and bake for 35 minutes until crisp on the outside and soft all the way through. Transfer to your serving dish and grate over fresh Parmesan cheese. Last but not least, shave gorgeous, earthy black truffle slithers onto the cheesy potatoes. Baked new potatoes with a lavish twist. Indulgent, but couldn't be simpler to make.
Right, salsa verde. Anchovies. A little touch of anchovy oil in there, OK?
I love anchovies.
After that, we've got some capers. Garlic in with the anchovies and the capers, OK? A touch of salt. Why only a touch?
Because you got the salt from the anchovies already.
That's right. Well done, Holes. Dijon mustard. Sherry vinegar. Give that a nice mix. And now, this is where it starts to go to a completely different level. Some fresh mint and some fresh parsley. I want half of it in there pureed.
Yeah.
A touch of olive oil in there. The rest of the mint. Touch of salt, pepper. Excited?
Yep.
You got a taste? Holes?
I'd love some, please.
What's it taste like? That.
We could try a tiny bit more.
Might need to try a tiny bit more.
Just to check.
Stop! You can't kiss any boys now.
Before the kids polish off all the salsa verde, I need a distraction, and I think my beef fillet will do the job nicely.
Look at this, baby. Hot Holes. Up. Look at that. Seared, and look how juicy and tender that is. Take that out and let that sit on there. A little spoon, just while it sits and rests of your salsa verde. As the beef cools down, that salsa verde marinades. That goes to the table very carefully, please. Tills, take it over the baked potatoes, please. Right, semifreddo. Now, look at that, nice.
Wow.
And then you just get your chocolate and you grate it over. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. She's gorgeous. How delicious is that? Let's go, bud. Do not drop that, please.
Okay, I'm going
Lovely.
up to my bedroom now.
Jack.
This is my ultimate special occasion dinner. The tenderest rare beef fillet with punchy salsa verde, served with extravagant truffled new potatoes, and a sublime chocolate and pistachio semifreddo.